Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, like it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Heavyweight showdown now between these two teams. It's going to be Manila Digger FC up against Aguilas UMAK FC in match number 63 of the 2025 to 2026 Philippine Football League season. Wednesday action here in the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium.
King players of Nishioka, Guy, and Toure.
Digger, again, their last loss came on August 13. That are recently coming off that 2-1 win over Army. Both benches here, a huge one here tonight. By the way, the drums that you may hear coming from the stadium are coming from the Aguilas contingent sitting right behind their bench. So lovely to see some atmosphere here as well in a Wednesday evening PFL game. Very heated here. Aguilas have another chance to take the lead, and they do. 12 minutes in, first blood to Aguilas UMAK FC. Incredible. They capitalize on an error, which is unlike Manila Digger. But they've started the game well. So you could argue it's a deserved lead.
Aguilas not allowing Digger to settle in this matchup. They started off strong in the first 15 minutes, put on the pressure, capitalized on the mistakes, and Jibrila gets a goal. The opener in this matchup and has scored in back-to-back outings for the side of Aguilas UMAK.
Got that winner against Philippine Army, and in the next game, given the trust by Coach Bing, who he hugs in celebration. Long towards Guy. Guy, will he get on the end of this? And out of absolutely nothing, it's 1-1. All that came from was a misclearance and a duel. But Manila Digger, that's what they do best. They find a way when they face adversity. Toure also now makes himself the outright top scorer of his team.
A direct ball from the back line.
Overlap by Bass. Crossing opportunity, looking for Guy! Excellent header. Sucker punch for Aguilas UMAK FC, but that's what Manila Digger do. And after going behind to start this half, they're gonna go into halftime ahead. An example of why they are undefeated this season.
What a well-executed play for Manila Digger. An overlapping run. Just 4 or 5 Aguilas players surrounding him. The only Digger player inside the box. Possession for the side of Manila Digger.
They give it away again. Nishioka. Nishioka! Near post finish to make it 3-1 and to put a little bit of parity between Manila Digger and Aguilas, and plus points for the celebration as well. But this is a player on some real fine form.
Nishioka now puts Digger in a comfortable lead. That play started from the back. Jarvis winning back possession. That was Guy setting up Nishioka.
Been another goal-scoring opportunity. That was the last play. The referee has blown for full time. Aguilas gave a good fight, but Manila Digger really stamping their authority down and continuing their fine form this season. They remain undefeated.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ertulo Galili. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Tigers, and next time ulit. Kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mindiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what the Gig fans and other things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu!
It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To all my Mahalika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mindiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want us to give them.
himself under pressure. It's the opener. Halide, will he take it? What a goal! Halide! And it's a goal. Bottom left corner. Opportunity for Philippine Army, and it is an equalizer. Fantastic goal. It's free on the right side, looking for the cross. Beto, and it's a goal for Want the Gig.
Yoka takes it straight to the goal. First blood drawn.
Could easily be pulled back, but here's Aristorenas, no offside. Aristorenas makes it two.
Mirback meets that one from Malunsoko. Shoots, and they double the lead.
Yamaguchi! What a hit!
There's an attacking chance, and the Aguilas slip it in. Philippines Football League Championship round action continues. We've got Aguilas, UMAK, and Manila Digger in match number 29 as we are continuing to bring you the action from the historic Rizal Memorial Stadium. And you are joining us also on the PFL's social media pages. This is Claro Manzano alongside Jing Hamlang. And Jing, as we mentioned again, the stakes are high, and this is pretty much like playoff or knockout football as much as is the league. We have one here, Aguilas and Manila Digger, the latter still unbeaten in the PFL.
The championship round up and running. This is what we've been excited for all throughout the season. And if the curtain raiser did not quite have title implications, it certainly isn't the case here. Manila Digger at the top of the standings. They're chasing their first ever title, but they're only ahead by 2 points, which means there is no room for error in this particular stage of the competition. Any slip up and Want the Gig could pounce on them and potentially take the league. This is a massive match for them, and they're up against the 6th place Aguilas right now, who in the standings may not look like a tough test, but they are a tough nut to crack, and we'll get into more of that in just a little bit.
In the first round encounter actually of these teams, it ended up taking place in this calendar year 2026. It was a goalless draw. Aguilas did get to hold Digger, but there was Digger who did eventually grab a W in the recent meeting right here versus the Aguilas. So you could argue there's a bit of that psychological advantage, but the fact that the Aguilas were able to hold Digger, that is a statement right here, and that is why this is a game you just cannot miss out on.
At nakikita natin dito, sila pa yung nakakuha ng opener. Actually, despite Manila Digger getting the victory in this particular contest, Aguilas know how to make life difficult for Manila Digger. You talked about the draw in this calendar year. That was actually the last time that Manila Digger dropped any points. Since then, they've gone on a run of 11 straight wins. It has been sensational, it's been spectacular, and hugely impressive how they've done. And, you know, Manila Digger, certainly the team to beat at the moment in the PFL. They are undefeated, and right now they are flying.
And Jerbila did score that opener in their matchup last March 18, but Babo Carture, Kenji Nishoka, Pao Usmangay, just with unanswered goals as they sealed that 3-1 W. Now, let's take a closer look at our protagonists for this evening and Aguilas UMAK. Yes, there's been that inconsistency, but they were able to get the job done. But mind you, Ching, they were able to get a favor also. Manila Digger dispatched Maharlika at the end of the second round. Hence, nakapasok din yung Aguilas. But they put themselves in that position to be in the top 6.
They had done so well in the first round. They needed a win in the last stretch in order to make sure that they stayed in front of Maharlika. That win came against the 3-time champions, Kaya FC Iloilo. But when you look at the grand scheme of their last 5 games, 1 win in 5 outings, it doesn't make for great viewing here for Aguilas. They've stuttered a little bit at the end of this second round. So medyo hindi natin alam kung anong makikita natin mula dito sa Aguilas UMAK patungo dito sa third round. But one thing is for sure, all of their matches are highly entertaining, highly competitive, and Coach Bing Colina has highlighted the fact that they have an idea of how to beat Manila Digger, and their main motivation is to put that only blemish, or that first blemish on the record of Manila Digger this season. And that's quite a motivation that they have here, knowing that they're not really in the hunt for the title.
That was actually the coaching debut of Coach Bing Colina with the Aguilas, where they got the whole Digger to a goalless draw, and they are going to be in that 4-3-3 formation. They now have that identity after they had a number of coaching changes during the season. And you have Enrico or Iko Mangawang, who will be in goal. Not the usual Teimoshi Shiraoka. But with that, we have our player to look out for right here for the Aguilas. And there's a lot to choose. When we were talking about it, and we've got Cartalarok, a young up-and-coming midfielder for them.
Yes, he is dynamic, and he is a source of a lot of creativity on the pitch. However, today it's going to be about not just creating for his team, but keeping Kenji Nishioka quiet, who has been a revelation so far this season, not only in goal scores, but assists and all-around play. And Cartalarok's got his hands full today, so he's going to be a man to watch. If he performs and does well today, that will spell good things for Aguilas UMAK.
It will be massive if he can get going with 3 goals so far in this season. He'll go for more, and we'll take it to our coach interview for Aguilas UMAK.
For this week, we prepare for this game against Digger. We make some adjustment for this game, and some players also change the starters. But again, Digger is very strong, but we'll try to stop them tonight, and we'll try to make a lot of transition today.
You see there, Coach Bing Colina talking about the transition. We talked about them being organized and disciplined and making sure that they're compact defensively. But one thing that they are focused on is being quick to spring on the counterattack. They feel they can catch Manila Digger lacking in those negative transitions. So we will see if they are able to play to their strengths today.
And with that, we will head over to the AFC Challenge League semi-finalist Manila Digger. They got to lose in this season while playing an AFC competition. But they still have that fantastic record right here in local play. And we are sure they are absolutely determined to return to the continental stage. And you did say here, tempo and pressure is the key to victory here for the Diggers.
If they keep the pressure on Aguilas and make sure that they work them and not just keep possession, but make the opposition work, it will spell good things for them, especially as the match wears on. And I think Aguilas will be able to keep them out if they don't apply that tempo and pressure. But if they do, then eventually that tempo and pressure will make Aguilas pay. And right now, Manila Digger, when you look at the team sheet, they have all the firepower at their disposal, but they need to be able to utilize their weapons well.
And we'll get to the starting 11 of Coach Kim Versalis. And both teams are actually utilizing local goalkeepers. If you had Iko Mangawang on the other side, there's Mike Kasong, but there's still the usual names that we see right here.
It's incredible. You have 4 players who have scored over double digits in goals. You have 4 players with double digits assists. Grabe ang ipinapakita dito ng Manila Digger in terms of firepower. Not a lot of changes to their usual 11 except for Michael Asong in goal and Shermar Filonco on the bench today. So there's a few changes, but not a lot in terms of the grand scheme of Manila Digger.
Let's take it, of course, to our player to look out for with Manila Digger. Also a Filipino player, Kenji Nishioka. We've been talking about him like a broken record. He has 14 goals in this season so far to go with 13 assists. He's been massive, and he is still continuing to chase that dream of hoping to play for the Philippine national team.
Well, with numbers like that, you're certainly raising some eyebrows and turning some heads. At kaya naman natin talaga pinag-uusapan si Kenji Nishioka dahil breakout season niya to. And not only has he been scoring goals and providing assists, but he's been doing those things in the big games when they matter most, and even at the AFC level. So Kenji Nishioka, he's a quality player. And if Cart Talarok can force him to defend more than he attacks, then maybe he can keep him quiet. But that's going to be a tough task today.
He is already fantastic he was already fantastic last season. Lalo na, nag-step up. He took it to the next level now. That is why you can still call that a breakout season with how he's been performing. And we'll take it to our Manila Digger coach interview.
The expectation for the game today, expect a good game from us, and we perform in our in our level. We will dictate the game, and hopefully we can get the win. Okay, so we prepare well for this game also.
They will dictate the game.
Gotta love that confidence, Claro. They know that they are in the upper hand in this match, and they know they have been in an incredible run of form. Ang sabi nga natin, 11 straight victories. That includes all of the teams in the top 6. They've swept them aside at the moment, and that's the reason why they're at the top of the standings.
But they were hunting and hunting one Taguig in this season. They did have a number of matches on hand because they had that break for AFC. But at the conclusion of the second round and entering this championship phase, Manila Digger, number 1, the team to beat. But they have Aguilas, UMAK as that hurdle. Who will it be? But we are going to take it to the pitch in a bit. It's the Philippines Football League 2025-26 season. That is correct. Round 3. The Digger with that fantastic momentum because of how they've been able to perform in the first 2 rounds. Results carry over here again. We're in uncharted waters. It's the first time we're experiencing this breakout format. And now we'll take it to the ground for our pre-match protocol. A good look at your starting lineup for Aguilas and Coach Bing Colina. Iko Mangawang will be manning the post. No Timoshi Shiroka, no Tom Unsworth. They are on the bench. But you still have the formidable forces right here. You also have Ray Bukit, the Indonesian, who will be playing on the wing as opposed to coming off the bench as a spark plug.
It's a fantastic lineup here for Coach Bing Colina. Just a few changes, and as you mentioned, Bukit is going to be coming in. He provides a lot of energy for this team, and this time he's going to be doing it from the first whistle. Still no Nano Amita for them, which is a shame. He's been nursing a bit of a knee issue, but he is available for selection today, so he may come off the bench to impact this match.
Nano Amita is their captain again for the squad as a whole. It's Modu Mane with the armband for Manila Digger, and they are proudly wearing that AFC captain's armband.
And why not? Why not, Claro? They had a great run at the continental level. They've been so impressive this season, and they've carried it over to the continental stage.
The opposite of Modu Mane, si Richard Talaro, kasi si Mick John Pineda is leading our match officials. He's assisted by Ryan Flores and Romario de la Cruz, at si Crismel Cayabyab ay ang kanilang fourth official. Rightfully so, as you said, a fantastic way to describe it, with the way they proudly represented the Philippines. I've been talking to some PFL fans, as I'll put a pause on that first. Mike Asong will man the post here. It's not Omar NG, but Asong, as we know, is very tried and tested.
Yes, and Mike Asong, he's going to provide perhaps an improvement in terms of distribution. They are expecting to be on the front foot today, and they're going to be hoping that possession is going to be high tempo and capable of pushing Aguilas onto a back foot, and hopefully not a lot of negative transitions for them that Aguilas is hoping for.
With their game changers, you have Amita and Pickering as attacking options, and last season's Golden Boot winner Sekou Superman Cisse will be there. There's JB Borlong and and Justin Bass to boost the midfield. With this, with what I was saying also, when the way Digger have represented the PFL so well, I've spoken to a number of people in the community, sabi nila, everyone is quietly a Manila Digger fan. The way they represented us, of course, in the Challenge League.
They've brought an excitement to the league. And when they approach the AFC matches, they have the fan zone out there. They make it into a spectacle. And that's what you want. You want a team with ambition. You want a team that not only has that ambition, but backs it up with performances on the pitch. And here we go.
This game is well underway now, thanks to Adamu. Ibrahim kicked it off. The Aguilas in blue and red, they're playing from right to left. The Diggers just collected with Baji. They're in their iconic yellow and black. They're playing from right. They're playing from left to right. And there's just so much confidence with the way Usman guy runs for the ball in a situation like that, and we're only 30 seconds in.
We've got 29 goals. You tend to walk around with a bit of confidence.
Angas walk ang tawag dun, di ba, with Filipinos.
What a number, 29. It's tough for me to recall. There's been a time where a player has had that kind of tally, and still, including this one, with 5 games to play.
It is also a bit different or difficult with the sample size, because the number of games per season would also change. Like Harvey Gayoso won the Golden Boot Award in convincing fashion in the 24 season, but that was shortened. The other top scorer along with him, right below, was Finn McDaniel. 2 local players. Sekou Cisse was a runaway winner last time around, with the way he was just banging in goals again. Here's Ziggy Taninko under pressure from Bukit. Got to hit it to the side. Jarvis to chase. Confident from Jordan. Babukar Ture did struggle to secure. Bukit and his team give up that call.
That's why Bukit's in the game. He causes a bit of chaos with his energy. Ziggy Taninko put in a challenging position there early on, able to nick it with his toe. Had he not, Bukit would have had an opportunity to get an attempt at goal.
And this will be an opportunity to send a service from the left. You possibly have Palpalatok and Peña. Oftentimes we say Digger have an advantage when it comes to height and heft. But the Aguilas do have their fair share of players who could bang bodies with them. Palpalato goes for it. Almost here, but they eventually turn it in. Initially, no goal, but they're able to score off that rebound. A dream start here for the Aguilas.
can't ask for a better start for Aguilas UMAK. It was a great delivery from Palpalatok into the box, and Asong spilling that into the path of on-rushing players, and Richard Tete is there to turn it in.
Rehearsed just like that. Quality from Palpalatok. You could just see. He just executed that. Training ground reps paying off.
Surprise, surprise. Aguilas in the lead.
And now it's with Bukit. They'll try to pounce with momentum. Peña doesn't bury it.
Wouldn't have counted anyway, but he did not hit the target, Justin Peña.
Modu Juf down in the ground. He's okay as expected. He's been that cornerstone in defense for Manila Digger.
Sure, there was a foul in the lead-up prior to that shot, but Aguilas created that opportunity again with the pressure that they've been showing. We talked about the keys to victory, them being compact. Sabi ni Coach Bing Colina, never mind all that. We're going to press high, and we're going to try to surprise Manila Digger, and they've certainly done that.
No guts, no glory, as they say. It's in the mix in the middle. De Paula, their Brazilian midfielder. Justin Peña lost this to Kenji Nishoka. Babu Karture under pressure from Talarok. That's Richard.
One thing that you cannot do heading into this championship round is be overconfident. You're on a run of 11 games. You're up against the team at the bottom of the standings in the championship round. You may walk into a contest like this thinking we're going to roll over these guys, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. And again, I love this format because of this reason. There's going to be so much quality in these next few weeks, and we're seeing right off the bat here what Aguilas brings to the table.
The Aguilas are playing with that nothing to lose mentality, because mathematically, best case, they move up to number 4. But then again, that's mathematical, hoping that you get max points, your opponents get 0. We do have an incident going on in the middle. That was Tete having a word with our assistant referee.
And you mentioned it perfectly. There's nothing to lose here for Aguilas. They can come out here and just compete, do the best that they can, take risks. And that's a dangerous proposition for a team that's chasing the title.
Other than that, mentally, you're just a bit loose inside. So you have that extra grit, extra confidence. We know people can be dangerous when they have confidence going their way.
Now it's a test of character for Manila Digger.
Jarvis from Ture. De Paula just showing us his athleticism there. Reaching out, taking the hop, just to head it to the side, as opposed to that ball going down the line.
There are certain people that you want to keep quiet in this game if you're Aguilas. Of course, it's Usman Gai. You want to keep Mane quiet. But you also want to deny Kenji Nishioka any opportunity to express himself.
Pero yung mahirap dun, it's pick your poison. You're focusing, let's say, on Modu Mane in theory if he has the ball. But next thing you know, Guy or Kenji Nishoka is making a run for it away. Just dangerous and strong in all positions. And then you have players like Ralphie Daba who they picked up in the transfer window earlier this year.
You can only keep so many weapons quiet. You gotta pick and choose your poison. Right now, Aguilas seemingly having the right formula.
But time will tell, of course, and we wonder, will this be the same script from their previous meetings? Because, as you pointed out, Aguilas got the opening goal, and Digger just fired 3 unanswered goals. Is it going to be like that? Just 8 minutes in, time will tell. Taninko, that was lovely. Modu Juf. And I will tell you this, Modu Juf did say he's learning how to speak Filipino from this time here, living in the Philippines.
You're gonna love that.
Speaking of Modu Juf, he is on the ground again. Coach Bing.
He's fiery out there on the sideline. He knows he has the advantage here. Giving Kenji Nishioka an opportunity at this type of range, it's not something you want.
This is Manila Digger zone. That's what you name it, of course, if you can whip in across.
He's had so many moments in this season where he's threatened from this kind of distance. He's got real quality in that right foot.
Belated happy birthday also to Coach Bing Colina, as we got to see on the social media page of the Aguilas. We're certain he wants that belated birthday gift in the form of 3 points to the standings. It's also a test now for Iko Mangawang. Kenji sends it forward. Dodong Villarreal. Is that gymnastics from you there? He hopped over a man.
He's never lacked commitment.
Speaking of commitment, with the way he's gone back and forth with Stallion and Aguilas, he actually has 41 appearances in the PFL here for this very club. In this season, he just surpassed the Young Husband brothers. Yeah, Phil and James with about 30, with Phil 37 appearances for the Aguilas when they were known as Davao. James Young Husband is at 35, so Dodong surpassed them in the second round. Quite a feat to be on that tier of legends, you can say, of your club. And in this instance, the Young Husbands of the Philippines.
It's been very impressive. Not just that he's been able to keep his career going for so long, but his availability throughout the season is really a testament to how he's taking care of his body and how professional he is as an athlete. 37 years of age, Reynald Villarreal. He plays almost every game.
Talk about being an Iron Man. Modo Manny taking on Tete. Richard the victor in that instance, but Manny poked it to Torre. Kai. Speaking of Dodong Villarreal, he caused havoc there. The wave's not yet over. Bukit sent this to safety, but it will still remain with the Diggers. Earlier, you got to see Coach Bass Liu, the assistant of Manila Digger. They do things by committee. You see Bass Liu very active also on the sidelines to add to Coach Kim. When I say doing things by committee, Coach Kim, not just head coach, also continues his role with his goalkeepers. On their opposite, of course, Coach Bing, who we mentioned earlier. It's a corner kick. Advantage Manila Digger, of course, with their ceiling. Can it be an option for them to tire out the Aguilas with corners left and right? I wonder. Taken low by Manny. Guy. That is definitely a championship round foul.
Kakausapin ni Mick John Pineda si Reynald Villarreal dito. Alam niyang medyo may nagtatanim ng galit daw si Reynald Villarreal from the previous occasion where he felt he was fouled. So he's coming hot here on this occasion. Now, he's clever as well, Reynald Villarreal, in that he's gone side to side with the player, so it doesn't look malicious. However, he's come in a bit too forceful to the referee's liking. And it's a free kick that he's given away here in a very dangerous spot. You just look at how many players are over this ball. There's 3 of them. Kenji Nishioka being the primary taker for his team. And not quite the angle for him as a right footer, but you know he's got quality to strike this ball direct to goal from this kind of distance.
A number of set pieces given up by the Aguilas. They're walking the tightrope. How much longer can they take or absorb the pressure? If they can do that for 90 minutes, of course, that will be spectacular. They've been able to do it once already versus Manila Digger. That was to rack up a draw. The Digger still unbeaten again in this season. Dummy to Mane, blocked by Palpalatok. He'll try to unleash himself. Wide to Cart. Justin Peña now who's up front. At both sides in disarray. We're coming off a set piece. Still in play. Ends up with Torre. Jarbela may be a bit frustrated, but they win it back. And they'll slow it down. And DePaula just scanned the midfield. Todong got to blow by Guy.
It's an incredible level of energy that Aguilas are showing in this game, and the commitment that they're displaying in the transition. The entire team was running into the half of Manila Digger like it was an emergency, and it really showcases what the game plan here is today.
Ray Bukit just bringing in that energy. Like a vehicle that does not have to save fuel despite of an energy crisis.
Walang pakialam sa presyo.
Well, then again, he does come from Indonesia, a country, of course, that is well developed in football. The Aguilas tend to do that, of course, because of their partnership with a number of clubs in Indonesia, Nusantara FC, to be precise.
Kaya pala, no? Mas mura gas dun eh, sa Indonesia.
I'll take that from you, of course, Jane, because you did grow up in Indonesia a number of years. Here's Richard. It was gifted. Justin Peña tried to clean up. Troy Limbo. But it's Peña again. Starts a foot race. And that's the Modu Juf we know.
The Aguilas, they've been successful at creating chaos for Manila Digger in these opening 16 minutes. It's been playing out the way they would have hoped in terms of playing in transition, keeping the game open, and wanting to play at a tempo that will force Manila Digger off their game.
And mind you, the Aguilas are doing this with the likes of Amita and Unsworth on the bench for various reasons. Again, Amita is just returning from injury. Tom Unsworth has been one of their undisputed center backs, and they are unable to put it away.
Wow.
Almost won over Guy and Digger.
Wow, what a chance. And what brilliant skill from the front man to create the chance in the first place.
That long ball over the top. Almost, but not quite.
Getting past 2, but did not hit the target there. Pa Usman Guy, why he's been so difficult to stop this season. He's got power, he's got pace, but he's got great feet as well. Uncharacteristic finish from him, however.
Finishing, letting him down there. On the other side, Iko Mangawang doing just enough to keep the scoreline 1-0. Haninko versus Bukit. Ray Bukit has enjoyed success here 18 minutes into this game.
It's been a handful.
And how often do you see players, of course, just win their battle or matchup with Ziggy Taninco? Not often.
Normally Brazilians are known for flair and their capability of a bit of trickery on the ball. De Paula is more of a pit bull at the moment, and it's exactly what Aguilas need in the middle of the pitch right now. He is a feisty character.
And he has that tough task of manning the midfield alongside Justin Peña. Modu Chuf is under some token pressure from Ibrahim Adamo. Kenjin Ishoka showing us his core there. Long ball from Modu Chuf. This is the game of Digger. Reverse! Just bounced in front of the mouth of goal.
Is that a penalty? Is that a penalty? Mick John Pineda has pointed to the spot. It looks like. Wow. For what? I did not see it, Claro.
Let's take a look here. The push, you presume, from Dodong?
Reynald Villarreal is the culprit, apparently. We won't see it here. Oh, the trip up. The player, he did not look like he was going to get into a position to get that ball. Wow, that's a big call from the referee. And that's an unfortunate contact. Reynald Villarreal certainly did not need to trip up the man. Was that enough for a penalty kick?
Manila Digger definitely taking that one. The Aguilas gutted without a doubt. A chance to level the score. Will Digger get that lifeline? And it's skied though here. Modu Juf wanting that one back.
Wow.
Losing the mind games with Mangawang.
Again, let's have a look at the penalty that was called. Was it enough for a call? Ah, did Reynald Villarreal extend his leg? Perhaps, but it won't matter as Juf skies that one and Aguilas are let off the hook.
So Mangawang jumped to his right. Juf was trying to blast it past Iko Mangawang. We have local goalkeepers, of course, manning the posts today. Mike Asang from San Beda's program, Iko Mangawang from LaSalle. And to add, Iko Mangawang has been teammates with Justin Peña since prep.
Wow.
They just parted ways in college, of course. Justin studying in Canada, Iko playing for DLSU in the UAP.
This is a bit of a painful one. Oof, for Richard Talarok. The follow through from Mane. Studs onto his leg.
Bolt going for the ball, of course.
And here comes the set piece, Claro.
This one definitely quite far from where Palpalatok whipped in that delightful cross earlier. But they'll take these opportunities by the horns, of course. Let's hold on. We have our assistant referee who's on to something. Jan Pineda allowed that to continue.
Just felt that the Digger player was a bit close to the taker. Ultimately, not really a factor.
23 minutes into this game, and it's 1-0 again. It will be a long throw this time around from Palpalatok. Casually sent that in, paving way to this. Some bumping from Bukit over to Asong. And a foul given up to delay the attack.
Difficult for Jibrila to get any power on that one. Michael Asong able to get his hands to it.
Palpalatok's forward ball couldn't hit a teammate or reach a teammate. And just going back again, it's 1-0 thanks to Richard Tete. You're catching this game on the PFL's online platforms. This is Clara Manzano alongside Jing Hamlang. What a way, what a day to start off the championship round.
This is why we've been so excited, Claro. These are the type of games that we're gonna get week in, week out, sometimes twice a week.
Can't complain, of course. But there's that emphasis on the first 2 rounds again because results carry over in this championship round. But one Taguig are definitely watching this game intently. If Manila Diggers slip up, one Taguig will have an opportunity to leapfrog them next time they play. Here's Daba with his long throw. Kenji Nishoka will send it forward. Off the head of Bukit, Peña. A bit of the friendly fire. Cartalarok will look to make them pay the price. Peña's ahead. The Aguilas get numbers. They have a slim advantage. Here's the counter. Manny scans. Kenji wants it. Guy. Ralphie. Denied by Mangawang. And Tete sends it to safety. He has a goal. He wants the clean sheet too.
What a game we have here. Extremely open football. What a chance from Davao. He didn't get a hold of it. Fired it into the ground there. You saw the numbers that Aguilas committed forward. It meant they didn't have as many numbers back. And Manila Digger had a real opportunity to punish them.
It's another Davao long throw. Torre. Jarvis. You have Taninko, who stayed at the back. Asong. He did make one appearance in the Challenge League group stage.
Gotta love this game. Both teams taking lots of risks. You saw in that set piece just recently, only Ziggy Taninko back for Manila Digger. Both teams are intent on playing high-octane football, and we're not complaining.
Speaking of bringing players forward, leaving one at the back, I've even witnessed some McKinley Hill games. They bring everyone forward, and that was a clear handball against Palpalatok.
Tried to play it off, but it clearly bounced up and touched his hand.
But sometimes that's what you gotta do. You gotta play it off, of course, and push your luck.
The player down here.
It is Peña from what I am seeing. Is that correct?
The players are certainly giving Mick John Pineda a lot to do in this first half. And that was an off-the-ball, out-of-play incident, actually.
The reason why it's a Digger free kick is because Palpalatok was assessed with a handball.
After that handball was when Peña took a hit. So he gets the ball here. He's talking to the referee. And he's been pushed.
My speculation is he also made the most of it. He's trying to delay the resumption of play.
Going down like that from a shove.
Similar angle from earlier, but it is further. Shoka can even play it off to Manny left, and he does that. Here's the cross. off of De Paula. There's a player down for Digger and Pauzman guy. Ziggy will pull it back. In this instance, you have the fullbacks of Digger playing as their center backs. And now they will organize. Nearing the 30th minute already of this game. Nishoka to Troy Limbo. Peña got it over to Cart. He'll bring it up. Trying to blow by Baji, who has been silent in this game, but not anymore.
Clean tackle.
And let's remember, with Manila Digger bringing this African style of play. Long balls, supreme physicality and physique. They're not just catching the PFL by surprise. They were catching their Challenge League opponents too, off guard.
Sloppy defending from Richard De La Roque. He got burnt here. Had a grab of the shirt, had a grab of the shoulder. He's doing everything he can to stop the player. The thing is, in that final moment, he didn't need to lunge in as help was on the way. Richard Tete was there. Would have likely won that duel. He could have gotten away with all the pulling and tugging had he not committed to sticking his leg in.
Looks like Richard De La Roque wanted a Manila Digger jersey of his own. When nag-post yung Aguilas UMAK, their jerseys getting pulled so good that their opponents wanted it. That's also the case with Manila Digger.
There's only so many of these free kicks you can give away before Manila Digger punish you.
We're 30 minutes in. We've witnessed a handful already in this game. The crowd cheers on Nishoka, who has been their fan favorite. Whips it with his right. Players got tangled up. The Aguilas send it to safety. Asong acting as a sweeper. And with that, both sides got to organize.
What I liked that I'm seeing right now from Aguilas is they're not high pressing automatically. They're doing it when specific conditions are being met. And you can see Coach Oliver Colina telling his team to show some restraint when the press is not on, to conserve their energy. But when they see Manila Digger facing their own goal, or when certain players have possession of the ball, they come flying and they commit 100%.
Seems like there's a lot of decision making there, but somehow there's that tough task making sure that all their players are on the same page. If someone's off when you press, there's definitely going to be a donut somewhere that the opposing team will exploit. Oh, butas. Book it once more, dispossessing Taninko. Ziggy almost got to poke that away. Here's Jarvis to support. Ray Bukit's down. We've seen plenty of transitions here. Kenji Nishoka with a world-class touch. Ture. Mane headed it on target, but Mangawang batted it away.
Crucial save for Iko Mangawang.
That was quick from Iko, but he knew what he was doing.
They were down to 10 after Bukit took this. It goes down. Clip of the ankle, maybe. Great reactions from Iko Mangawang.
It's a corner now. Earlier, Modomani took a number of these corner kicks. They were in swingers. It will be an outswinger now with Kenji Nishoka lining up to take it with his right. Bukit is at the half line and is awaiting the signal to return. And I'll say it like I did earlier. The comment section has been wild. You know it's a championship round with the intensity our friends bring in. Here's Kenji's service. And Mangawang gets to secure once more.
It's a big game for Iko Mangawang today, up against the league leaders. A young man who's been given the responsibility to really hold this back line together. And so far, he's showcasing why he's getting this opportunity.
This ball still wide. Kenji. Not so sure there about the intentions of Modo Mani.
I think his intentions are to keep testing this young man. He's come from the UAAP and straight into a match like this. It's quite a step up, Claro.
Iko Mangawang has racked up a number of clean sheets in this season while backing up Teimoshi Shiraoka. But it's different, of course, in a situation like this. Ball inside again. Taninko cleared it. Nishoka just casually showing his divine touch.
Just the word for it, casually.
Modo Mani to accelerate. There's De Paula and Richard Talarok. And it's into the 6-yard box of Mangawang. And he'll just let this momentum die down.
Walang sawang paghahabol mula kay De Paula.
Adamu. No good in this instance for Jerbila. Bukit. Torre. They would like to bring this up, of course. Mane just rounding his opponents. And Richard Talaro got the timely clearance.
He's paid the price for it, but he's done the important part, which is deny the opportunity. He's putting his body on the line here for Aguilas.
10 minutes until we head over to stoppage time. It's 1-0 thanks to the goal of Richard Tete. But there was also a penalty, a controversial one, you will say, with the people's reactions. Modu Juf took it, skied it. With all due respect to Modu Juf, he took the penalty. And not a player who's up there in the score sheet. You have Usman Gai, you have Modu Mani, you have Kenji Nishoka. They made their center back take the penalty. I wonder.
It's a bit of a head scratcher, that one. They certainly haven't made the most of their opportunity. They should be level, given the circumstances. But as it stands, Aguilas are good value for this 1-goal lead. Not only have they taken the advantage, they look very dangerous, particularly in transition. Here they are again.
That's a transition again, but Asong saw it as well off. Immediately looked at the ball boy as he wanted to resume play immediately. And Manila Digger with their unbeaten run that is under threat. They're 17-3-0. That is wins, draws, and losses. Last season, they were under different circumstances, playing catch-up to Kaya, who were leading the way in the standings. And Manila Digger actually defeated Kaya. They ended Iloilo's 40-plus unbeaten run in local play. That went back to the 22-23 PFL season and the 2023 Copa.
They showed signs they were closing the gap last year. Not only have they closed the gap, but they've leapfrogged the 3-time champions by some margin this season.
Here's Troy Limbo. His cross met by the wrong man. Nishoka. They'll keep the pressure. Taninko to Manny. Try to go for it. Offline.
It would have been spectacular, but not enough curl on that one. The starting point of that shot was well too wide. You see the intention, he was looking for the far corner.
What do you say, penalty aside, with their chances, do Digger deserve a goal, or are they still lacking something in terms of midfield and creativity?
They look a bit rattled, honestly, Claro. They cannot commit the way they would like going forward because they know they're going to have to do a lot of running going the opposite direction if they lose it. And right now, they're playing into the hands a little bit of Aguilas by opting to play in a more open fashion. They could take a bit more of a conservative approach and not play so high octane, but what good would that do our neutrals?
It's won by Torre, surrounded 1 and 4. Wide here though. And Mangawang had the near post covered.
So I don't mind it that they're playing in this fashion because you get moments like this. They know they're gonna get chances like this. Despite so many defenders on it, he pulls off a shot like that and he's not far away. Babukar Ture, real quality. But Bukit is struggling with something here. It's from the hit that he took earlier, which in real time didn't look too bad, but it's clearly causing some concern here for Bukit. Some real discomfort in that right shin.
It's that same one again from earlier. And yes, we highlight, the likes of Sekou Cisse, who are Gambian U23 internationals. But a great number of these guys for Manila Digger were Gambian youth internationals in the 19 unders, 17 unders, you name them. That is why they bring just so much quality. As much as we have plenty of Gambians, if I'm right, the feat of being the first Gambian to play in the PFL is Salifu Big Boy Jata 2 years back.
What a character he was.
Absolutely, of course. I'm aware he also got his American citizenship, but he was no longer in the PFL. But it's offline again for Modu Mani.
The longer this continues, that frustration, that anxiety starts to creep in to the players of Manila Digger.
It just gets into a downward spiral if what you're mentioning just happens.
You just start to play a little bit tighter instead of what we've associated with Manila Digger over the course of the last few weeks, where they've been free-flowing and full of confidence.
Sometimes your biggest opponent is yourself. And maybe that mental game here, if they are just trying to come up with that bid to fight back. We were talking about appearances earlier in Club Legends. That was a sleeper with Dodong Villarreal just becoming one of the most tenured players for the Aguilas. There's still a number of players, of course, from their Davao era who are up there. You have Manila Digger, a younger team. And Jordan Jarvis is making his 39th PFL appearance for this very club. The 35th of Modu Mani. The 33rd of Ziggy Taninko.
It's great to see Jordan Jarvis find a home here in Manila Digger, where he is appreciated for his skills and character. And other teams, he's had to play second fiddle. But here, he's really had an opportunity to show what he's all about.
Kenji Nishoka's cross was blocked. Jordan Jarvis, I recall, also scored a game winner last season for Manila Digger over Taguig. He definitely brings in that value. Streets will never forget also his season at Ateneo, playing as a wingback. He made that 3-5-2 work wonders.
Nice little chop. Medyo mabigat lang yung pasa.
As much as that didn't work out, you could see the quality of Kenji Nishoka. They need to find the back of the net when you refer to Manila Digger in yellow and black.
The resistance is holding for Aguilas. It's holding impressively.
Richard Tete, the goal scorer again. Jarvis.
Earlier I mentioned about taking a more conservative approach with Aguilas. One thing that has been proving very difficult for Manila Digger to deal with are these explosive transitions. They could do with tiring out this Aguilas side a little bit by forcing them to run more side to side and not in a manner that threatens their goal. And here they are again.
Counter-attack time with Adamu. He is surrounded, but there's Bukit. There's also Jerbila. 4 minutes. Now stoppage time confirmed. Numbers definitely out today. Aguilas fans bringing in a drum to cheer their hearts out. And Babu Karturi just beating Talarok. And it's a penalty here. Richard Tete, the culprit, just trying to provide help with Richard Talarok getting beaten.
It's such a silly foul to give away from Richard Tete. You appreciate his commitment, but it was clumsy. And he did not time it well at all. As the player was crossing into the penalty box was when he made contact. Let's have a look at it here. Oh my goodness, it's soft. He does not make contact with the player with the swing of the foot. None. And then the player jumps up and they make contact on the jump.
But it's a second penalty for Manila Digger in this game. If you're Aguilas, you already dodged the bullet. If you're Digger, you have to put this away, because who misses 2 penalties in a game?
Oh, I'd love to see that one more time. It didn't look like
Oh, there you go.
Ture had complete control of the ball. Once he touches it here, he touches it away. There's a swing of the foot. The contact might have even been outside.
That's what I was wondering also when I saw that with my own eyes personally. But referee John Pineda, of course, is our referee.
Fair play if you do think about it. If that happens outside of the box, that would be a foul, yes, for blocking the path. DePaula here with some gamesmanship. He's saying he's injured at the moment.
At Dodong Villarreal, knocking the ball out of the penalty spot.
Doing their best. They want to be able to take this lead into halftime.
And to add to this, DePaula has had quite a game playing midfield, locking down Motu Mane. Sabihin na natin, mind games, Jing, no? With this situation.
Ato level 10 gamesmanship.
Well, you were talking about Brazilians normally being the fancy style of play, with bringing that fancy style. De Paula scans the game differently. Mautak din, of course, with the way he operates as a central midfielder.
Gusto ko yung sumilip-silip muna siya kung saan siya bababa eh. May nararamdaman ako dito kaya ako umupo sa harap ng penalty spot.
I was looking at the monitor and you were looking straight with your own eyes at the penalty box, right?
Ay, nakatingin ako eh. Nakita ko eh.
But with the initial setup, they're not taking risks. They wanted Usman Guy, or they want Usman Guy to take this penalty. Siyempre na-delay yung build-up here.
Just trying to take him off his game here. Give Iko Mangawang an opportunity to steal himself.
It's an uphill task here of stopping another penalty. He did not save the first one, but he prevailed, you could argue, with the mind games because it was skied by Modu Juf. Can Mangawang do it again? Whether it be forcing an off-target shot or coming up with a save. There's Usman Guy. He is utilizing all the space to run up to this one. Usman Guy gets denied! And I was just telling this or mentioning this to you. Manila Digger had to put this away because who misses 2 penalties in a game? Maybe you will if Iko Mangawang is the goalkeeper you're facing. And that's the last sequence in the first half.
We might have to start calling Aguilas Neo here because he can't be hit with a bullet. These guys are untouchable at the moment. 2 penalties, 2 misses for Manila Digger. Incredible.
It's a 1-0 lead again, courtesy of Richard Tete. 2 stops from Mangawang from the spot. Aguilas fans cheering as if it's the full-time whistle. But it's halftime at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. 1-0 again for the Aguilas over Manila Digger. And we'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah, thanks so much, Eric Galilee. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Diggers, and next time ulit, kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mindiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what the gig fans and all that things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu. It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To my Mahalika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mindiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want us to give them.
currently at the break, and it has been a dramatic 45 minutes. That action is enough to fit into your usual 90 minutes. We'll get with that, of course, as we carry on, but Aguilas UMAK lead 1-0 at the moment with their lone goal coming from Richard Tete. Pero diretso na natin, Jing. Manila Digger with 2 penalties that they could not put away. But that's how the game started, strong with Tete putting the rebound away of the quality Palpalatok service.
What a start to the game for Aguilas UMAK FC. They get a fantastic goal, but there, the first penalty skied into the sky. And you think, you know, you get one opportunity like that, it goes begging, and you're like, all right, that you could throw that one away, but you get 2, and you miss both. Goodness me, cardinal sin na yan dito sa football. But outside of the penalties, they've also had the opportunity to be able to level things up. Manila Digger have had plenty of chances, but they just can't seem to find a way through Iko Mangawang.
And that was the moment where they got a second penalty. These 2 penalties, of course, have been controversial with the way the people have been reacting, the coaches too. I look at that one with our quad vision replay. Is showing you Mangawang denying the league's top scorer.
Disappointing dun, both penalties were not well taken. That one low and too central made it easier for Mangawang to get to. The second one, the first one of course was, you know, off target entirely, but look at the statistics here. Basically 60-40 in terms of possession, 13 shots, 9 of them on target. Wala kang napasok. In terms of efficiency, it's just glaring here for Manila Digger, and they need to be more clinical. They need to find their shooting boots here in the second half. Meanwhile, for Aguilas UMAK FC, yes, it maybe just says 3 shots and 3 shots on target, but one of them is in the back of the net, and the energy that they showcased in transition, the way they made Manila Digger work today, and the chaos that they've been creating all over the pitch has been sensational to watch.
It's also very telling. The Aguilas have 10 fouls. That's more than the number of shots they put up in this game.
No, they've been making this a high-octane contest, and I tell you what, it's entertaining to watch. It really is. But they're making a triple change here at the start of this second half. Why? Because it's a taxing style of football that they're playing here, and it's gonna be difficult to maintain it for 90 minutes. So we're seeing here quite a few changes right off the bat.
And Ido Avisa Diallo, JV Kalukaran, and David Coombe entering. And with you mentioning that, as Usman Gayo is going to kick off our second half, it's oftentimes you'll see a lower ranked team or a weaker team on paper hold a powerhouse, but they'll falter in the end. I speculate because they're just working at 110%, and then understandably they lose steam in the end. Just to bounce off what you said.
That's the risk. That's the risk that they're taking at the moment. And one thing that would benefit Manila Digger here is more control of the ball. Sige, patakbuhin nyo ng patakbuhin yung Aguilas, but not when they are threatening your goal and in transition. Make them run from side to side, sap their energy, and remove their ability to be a threat on the counter.
Nishoka to Davao. So no changes yet made for Manila Digger, save for Justin Bass entering. Is that correct?
Yes, it looks like Justin Bass is in the middle of midfield now.
Also make sure to vote for your team in the poll. Hashtag Sulong Aguilas, hashtag Goal Digger, or hashtag draw if you're neutral and enjoying this game. It's from distance from Cart. Also try to push his luck here. And let's take a look at our panel and community predictions. These were made again pre-game. Diego Cordero said 2-0 for Digger. ESBF said 5-0 for Digger.
You can throw all of those predictions out the window now.
Even PFL Bible, Callum Thompson said 4-1 for Digger. He got the goal part right for the Aguilas. Chino Sator said Digger 3-0.
So PFL Bible's got a shot. You never know. I mean, Manila Digger, they've been known to score goals in bucket loads. So you never know what's in store here in the second half.
And they're just able to deny that because when Ziggy Taninco crosses, somebody scores. They eliminated the root cause by stopping the cross immediately. Moto Juve with a game to forget.
What's really important here is that the players that come onto the pitch here from the substitutes bench are able to match that same level of intensity, aggression, and energy. Bukit De Paula in particular, so impressive in this game.
But can they do that the full 90? Well, there's the reason why they made changes at halftime. Obviously, you can't change your whole team, so some or half your starting 11 will have to go the distance. It's Kenji Nishoka as expected to create this chance. Going back, that means the gamesmanship of De Paula worked for the second penalty. Now that I mention his name. Off of Diallo. So Diallo is the team's leading scorer with 9. It's Mangawang once more to intercept.
Tag team effort yun, kasama si Reynald Villarreal. Knocking the ball off its position, De Paula's sitting down. Now, one thing I want to see here from Aguilas in this second half is testing Michael Asong more, right? You've seen Iko Mangawang step up to the plate. Will Asong be able to do the same? His first inclusion in the game led to a goal. Why not test him more often and see, are there still mistakes in there that you can pounce on?
It's through now. The defender got to do his job. It's Dodong, no fear. Gets down on the ground though. And Mangawang will hold on to this.
He's complaining here, Dodong Villarreal, na baka nakataas yung arm at natamaan siya. Let's have a look here. No, it didn't look like it there.
Did his head hit the pitch?
It's good defending from him.
Second time he's had to jump over somebody also in this game.
You look at the size discrepancy between the two of them. The fact that he was able to get Guy down shows just how sturdy Reynald Villarreal is.
It is his 42nd appearance for the Aguilas again. Kudos to Chino Sator, PFL database again, for putting all of these numbers together.
Yeah, incredible effort. I really have to appreciate the effort of folks who are looking to enrich our PFL experience.
And mind you, what Chino Sator is doing, it's a passion project, similar to what PFL Bible Callum Thompson is also doing himself. Juve sends it forward. Tete got shoved and got stepped on here.
McJohn's got a decision to make here. As Richard Tete looked like he got stepped on, you're right. There is going to be a yellow card. And Usman Guy,
he's walking a fine
line. He could get sent off, should be sent off for punching the ball away.
That's after the yellow already. With this being the championship round again.
What a lucky boy.
Digger's title hopes in the balance. We say that as much as we're early on in the championship round. Here's a look, Jing.
Goes down. Steps on him.
On the right calf.
He's saying he's going for the ball, but the ball is right there. It's easy to see. Richard Tete doing well to shield. Goes down over the ball. And here comes the step. Scraping the calf right there. He's not on the ball, and then he punches it away. The first infraction could have been a red. The punching the ball away is an easy yellow. Usman Guy should be sent off here. How many times have we seen somebody get a yellow card, say something to the referee, and get sent off? Meanwhile, here's a chance.
It's not going to count, though, as the flag is up for Adamu.
Wow. Mick John's got to control this game now. That shove was uncalled for. It was uncalled for.
And if you talk about luck, Digger given 2 penalties. That helped them. They couldn't put it away.
Good call.
Offside in this instance.
Yes.
And Guy escaping a red or getting sent off. He's only on a yellow. And then you have this incident also.
This is where the leadership needs to show itself for Manila Digger. This is a young side, a promising side. But now they need to reel in the emotion. If not, this game's going to get away from them.
It's only the 3rd season in the PFL for Manila Digger. That is also the case for Taguig also. They're competitors in the title race. Those are your top 2 teams. A number of fouls in this game. Here's Carty, found himself in the middle. Villarreal had to clear it. Enforcer versus enforcer in that instance.
Easy calls.
Left and right. Played off quickly.
Good idea.
Fantastic from David Coombe. Diallo. That one not enough to convince him.
Clean tackle.
Shot here. Laser-like, but just wide.
It's a great attempt. Again, try to pepper the goal of Michael Asong. That's a good idea.
Here's Juf. You were mentioning high octane earlier with the way the Aguilas are playing. I question though, isn't that Manila Digger's style of play? Why is it working against them? Often you see teams succumb to Digger's high octane style with teams trying to match them.
That's the brilliance of Coach Bing Colina. Sometimes you'll be tempted to take the opposite tact in hopes of being able to address that high octane approach. You want to take a conservative path, perhaps try to nullify them. Instead, he's seeing, you know what? There are moments where we can play high octane with them. It's just gonna be on our terms.
Motomani low cross. Collision again. Now it's Guy who's down on the ground as there was a shot that was fired wide. It turns out a corner kick.
And meanwhile, what's important for them is to match that intensity and aggression in the right spaces, and they're doing that right now. Oof.
I believe that Paula stepped on the foot of Guy in that instance.
Might have had a point.
It's a corner. This is where the usual extracurricular happens. Emotions flaring in this game to add, sorry.
I was just gonna say, Claudio, it's only been 10 minutes. Parang ang dami na nangyari dito sa second half.
First half pa lang, sabi nga natin, di ba? 45 minutes, everything, lahat yung nangyari sa first half, pwede para sa buong game. Kota na tayo dito.
What a match.
That corner of Manila Digger unsuccessful.
Para sa mga taga-suporta, klaro, ng Manila Digger, yun nga, yung sinasabi natin, maybe a bit of control would be nice so that it's not as chaotic, so there's a bit more of you know, easy to predict sort of game where you know what's going to happen. But if you're a neutral, throw that out the window. Why? Why would you want anything else? This is a great game.
Speaking of great games, Todong Villarreal out to make this His 42nd appearance for this club memorable. Now Jarvis trying to settle it himself, lost it. Diallo. Jarvis made amends. Tede to chase, Justin Bass is on him. Do they start slowing down now and wasting time? If you're the Aguilas, that's something I am sensing.
I think it's too early for that. It needs to not be in their psyche right now. They need to be competing, at least for the next 30 minutes. They need to make sure that it's all about going toe-to-toe here with Manila Digger. That approach has been serving them well.
Modu Manny shoving Dodong Villarreal in front of the grandstand section with Aguilas fans, in front of the technical area of Aguilas UMAK.
I do not envy Mick John Pineda. They are doing everything they can to make his life difficult right now as the referee. So Dodong Villarreal, he's instigated the contact there. He could run anywhere on the pitch. Ang laki ng sideline actually.
And he wanted to go where Modu Manny was standing.
Para mapiko ng konti si Modu Manny. At gumana naman. At ngayon yung coaching staff dito ng Aguilas nakikisali na rin. They need to control themselves.
Team manager Donna Ying Chen making her way slowly to that end of the pitch, as is the case with Coach Bass and Coach Kim. They are looking to pacify things now with Digger's staff making their way to the site of where things are happening. Coach Kim and Coach Bass stopping at the half line. They're telling their benches to remain in their area. No cards yet given, Jing. That may change now. Ito yung replay ng nangyari.
Having a conversation here. Cards are given. Were there any cards? Yep. He's writing into his book now.
They're preparing a long throw here. Digger may have handed a towel to Ralphie Tapao. I see things like this with the women's team of the Philippines. Haley Long would wipe a ball or would wipe the ball before throwing it long.
Yeah, alam mo na yung parating. It's gonna be a long one from Davao.
We still have 30 minutes of action. Tensions going through the roof. This is what the championship round is all about. High-octane, high-stakes games. Thrown in well into the 6-yard area. Contained some way, somehow, by the Aguilas defense. As expected, they were staying compact there, and it's a foul given up. Guy is on the pitch.
Made it the most of the contact there.
It's Coach Ayi now, who is furious.
Palpalatok backing into him. You'll see it here. It's a good call from Mick John. He can wave his arms all he wants, but you can see his eyes. Where was it? Was it on the ball or was it on the man? He's made contact. He knew exactly what he was doing. Foul called.
John Pineda is having a word with our captains. Coom received the armband when he checked in. Kenji Nishoka has had a quiet night also.
For Aguilas, they don't mind a emotional, chaotic affair. this is playing into their hands. For Manila Digger, they need to be cool, calm, collected. And right now, that looks far, far away from their current state.
Hence, they're not able to play their game and at least get a goal on the board, but they can change that up. But it is over the bar once more.
Because when you think about it, ano ba yung goal ni Dodong Villarreal na banggain ka niya bago ka mag-throw in, diba? It's to throw you off your game, para pikunin ka niya. You're playing into their hands at the moment by reacting in the way that they do.
This was what we were talking about earlier. Aguilas fans drumming and cheering their hearts out.
This is the best case scenario, Claro. Why not? Diba? Lamang ka kontra sa league leaders na hindi pa natatalo buong season.
I'm just going to say the drummers were drumming their hearts out. Tapos mukhang nahiya nung nalaman na sa live stream sila.
Nakita yung red light. Nakatutok sa kanila.
But going back, obviously with what Villarreal is doing, we're not trying to promote it. He knocked the ball away from the penalty spot before Guy took it.
Yeah, we're not promoting it. We're just seeing, we're calling what we see, right?
Exactly.
Yun yung nakikita natin. Ito na nga yung confirmation, no? na yellow card si Manny for his actions.
And you cannot lose him in a game. And what if he accumulates cards and then he misses a championship round game down the line?
Yun, isa pa yun. Diba? Tama ka, Claro, no? Again, ano siya nagsusnowball yung effect ng mga ganitong klaseng actions, no? So you need to be able to control yourself and understand what's the task at hand. It's to score a goal, get back into this game and find a way forward. The more you get embroiled in these little personal battles, the less that your focus is taken away from the task at hand. And right now, you're less than 30 minutes of regulation now. And Aguilas are in your head.
Not just the Aguilas, but the bottom team in the championship round. A team that's happy to be here.
Alam ko, may nakangiti ngayon at nag-rub ng mga hands nila, and that's one Taguig. They're probably thinking, we didn't expect an opportunity to overtake Manila Digger so early in the championship round.
Why to Cart? Taking on Juf. Modu is able to get in front of that in a clever fashion and pushes Tepola onto the track right in front of the assistant referee.
This is not what you want to see in a football match. Not only because of the extra action, but yung play acting ba? The going down and pretending like they're both hurt. Ikaw na yung tumama sa tao, ikaw pa mag-roll over to pretend like you got hurt. Juf. The Paula playing peacemaker there.
Let's take a look at this with our quad vision replay brought to you by Upstream Sports TV. Paula clearing the ball when it was well out to delay the throw in and then pushed by Juf onto the track.
Coach Bing Colina can't believe there's not been any extra action after pushing his player down. I am quite shocked as well that these players have not been booked.
Justin Peña has been putting in the silent work with his team, given they've had to do plenty of defending.
He's known for his range of passing and his vision, but today he's been putting in a real shift defensively.
Someone's got to put in the dirty work. In this instance, everyone from the Aguilas, as it's off again for Digger. A good evening also to Cebu FC staff. Judith Esquivas did say they are catching it in their office.
It's good defending there from Richard Tete, just matching him step for step.
"66 minutes now into this game."
Importante dito para sa Aguilas, hindi nila hayaan din na mapasok din sila sa emotional state na ginagawa nila. They need to be able to inflict the chaos and the emotions without being drawn into it as well, right? And right now their staff is the ones that are the ones who are currently allowing their emotions to get the better of themselves.
It's the players who are staying calm and collected. Only 3 teams, sorry, Jing, have been able to make Digger drop points in this season, as you were saying.
Kasama yung Aguilas dun sa mga nakakuha ng puntos dito sa Manila Digger, no? So they are a bit of a thorn in the side of this Digger side.
The other being Stallion and the other being Cebu. But in that Stallion game, Stallion were about to seal a 1-0 victory. And it was Manila Digger who actually rescued a draw at the death. Paji. Manny, he has Bass out wide. Also Juf on the left. The switch. Cleared off by Palpalatok. And secured. Peña will collect. Guy contesting the non-call. Gifted away to Modu Manny. Is this the moment for them? Peña again. And I really meant that with what I said. Peña not doing the usual playmaking, putting in the defense. You often say, Jing, or someone would say, it's a dirty job, someone has to do it. It's a dirty job. Everyone in the Aguilas is doing it.
Yes, and that's what you gotta love about this team. Extreme grit from them. And that's a bad-looking collision there. It looks like the Aguilas player could have been hurt.
That's Isa Diallo. Ziggy Taninko himself. Also having an off night, just like Kenji Nishoka. Everyone in Digger having an off night.
They have a corner.
It ain't over until it's over, as they say. Here's a header again, only hits the roof of the net. I believe they are saying it should be a corner once more.
We'll see it on the replay. It didn't look like it. It looked like it was an attempted goal that went over. Right there.
They're saying it came off of Tete, who was our lone goal scorer this evening. On point there, direct Josh getting it on the spot for us, along with our entire crew. Unfortunately, we can't really shout out the whole crew, nahiya daw sila.
But in that moment, when you're shouting at the referee to give a corner kick, where it looks pretty clearly to be a goal kick, you start to lose a bit of credibility with the officiating team.
Cartalarap narrow. Tried to be clever. Headed by Juftu Asong.
It's good intentions. Well defended.
It rattled around. Pass. Manny. The addition of Bass of Manila Digger is boosting their bid in the midfield. But they are still searching for that equalizer. And the Aguilas celebrating winning possession as if they just scored a goal.
Dodong Villarreal winning his duel. And that is his version of scoring a goal. Every chance he gets to deny Manila Digger, that's going to be the way it feels for him.
If you add getting to your opponent's heads, Dodong Villarreal, it's going to be top scorer.
Yun yung icing para kay Dodong Villarreal. Hindi ka na na-score, napikon ka pa.
I'm not here to score. Dito lang ako pang asar.
Well, he's doing a little bit more than that, Dodo Villarreal. He's been quality as well. That's perhaps the most annoying thing, is that he's actually good.
Great from Rafi Dabao under pressure. Great from the back line of Manila Digger. It's these small wins now. They're able to get things going at the back. Can they get that momentum to the midfield and eventually to the attacking third?
The thing is, the second half has been so stop-start. We haven't had a fluid possession and sequence of progression and chance creation from Manila Digger.
Played back to Juve. Guy trying to back down his man. 1-on-3. Over to Kalukaran. It rattled around his feet. Cleared off. Taninko got it the attacking direction.
Looked like he was cleaned out there. I'm surprised there was no whistle.
It's been a physical game here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium.
And it seems the threshold for a whistle has just gone up.
We want to give a good evening to David Chot Diaz. He's the man behind the fan zones here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. The last Asian Men's Championship, the national team games here, he was in charge of that. Also the Manila Digger Challenge League games. He gave and brought the atmosphere to this very stadium when they hosted Dewa United and Prikan Rix Faireng. Cleared off by Palpalatok. I'm not so sure in the last sequence. Shoka and Guy just find themselves in the same area. So nawala yung spacing nila.
Yeah, the discipline of Manila Digger has been a little bit lax here. The positions they're taking up are rather chaotic at the moment. Starting to find their form now.
Jarvis to Badji. Will Manila Digger dig themselves out of this hole? It's just a precarious 1-0 lead. Here's the cross. Header from Guy. Had too much. It's also the fans of the Aguilas getting into it, celebrating stops.
This is what it's about. The 12th man playing their part. It's been a roller coaster of emotions for both sides. But right now, what matters most are the numbers on the scoreboard. And Aguila still holding on to that early lead. And a big change coming up for Manila Digger.
It's Sekou Cisse, last season's Golden Boot winner.
He's had to take a back seat this season, but we all know how dangerous he is and the quality that he has. Is it his time?
Kenji. Richard Tete again has to work for this clean sheet. It's to protect his goal also. De Paula doing everything to reach this. It may have had too much power from Isa Diallo when you talk about the ball.
Credit to Jordan Jarvis as well. He read the situation.
They tried to slice the defense. Modu Mane could not shift directions. Gifted by Peña Tunis Shoka. Now it's Kung to push. He has Diallo on the right. Badji, plenty of space in the midfield. Sure to Nishoka. And is denied by Mangawang.
What a stop from the young man. Igo Mangawang has clearly been watching his Kenji Nishioka highlights, because that's his shot right there. He's gonna hit it far post into the side netting. It's going in that spot.
That's the exact way he scored against Dewa United right here. Confirmation as Sekou Cisse checked into the game. They added an attacking option and then they removed their holding midfielder. I'd like to see how they'll shape up after this corner kick. They're crowding the goalkeeper area. Ball in. It'll be a corner again. Another one sent. Shoka had to drop Palpalatok. Mane just being pushed back. The Aguilas only making Digger comfortable. Midfield in the defensive end of the Diggers. It's another one sent. Cleared off again by Palpalatok. Everyone in the Aguilas under A game. It's not often also you see an awkward situation like that from Ralphie Tabao. Juf. Personally, he'd like to make amends for that missed penalty. The first of 2 penalties for Digger, which they missed. The Diggers favoring the right as of late. Pass. Trying to cut it back. They read that well because the angle, of course, was very limited.
The defending has been solid here for Aguilas, but this is much better from Manila Digger. A sustained spell of pressure.
The Aguilas getting clearances, but Digger just gladly taking them back and say, let's launch another wave and another.
Yan yung nakakapagod, klaro, yung pabalik ng pabalik yung bola sa'yo. Hindi kayo nakakahawak, puro kayo takbo, nakaka-demotivate as a team. But when you have your chances on the opposite end, parang tumataas yung energy bar mo, regardless of the amount of running that you're putting in. Right now, it's all Manila Digger.
It was flicked! Justin Bass, shy of the far post.
That's what he brings to the table. Bit of craftiness there from the big man, Justin Baas. So close.
Back heel would have been a highlight goal. Would have been a highlight assist if Sekou Cisse was able to reach it.
You see there the reaction of Iko Mangawang. He was nagulat siya talaga from that attempt. And you can see from how late he reacted, and he did not see that ball. And you're right. That front line of Manila Digger needed to be on the front foot. They needed to be flooding that area in front of goal. Perhaps even they couldn't anticipate.
Even the diving header, everything extreme you are seeing from one side. There's Digger just grinding it out on a tough day. Diamonds are made in the rough, as we know. And as much as they have about 10 minutes remaining, there's the chance just a minute ago. Coach Bass staying calm, just applauding the effort of his boys.
We're in crunch time. Less than 10 to go with added time. There'll be a lot of tired legs out there. So many goals across the world in football are scored at this time. And it's because those legs are heavy now. And mistakes are there to be made. And if you are Manila Digger and you're applying the pressure, you're going to be hoping that ball falls for you in the right spot.
And we have a change. We have Charles Pickering coming on. Isa Diallo was subbed in earlier, but was subbed off.
Wow. He's getting an earful as well as he makes it to the bench from Coach Ai. He's clearly hasn't been able to execute what was being hoped from him.
And let's get straight to the point. Whenever someone is subbed off, if you're in the lead, you take your time. I also reckon Diallo's surprised. Why is he being subbed off? He was subbed in at the half.
Yes, and that's because he wasn't executing something that the coaching staff wanted from him. Because he clearly wasn't injured.
Mangawang punched it away. Had to play the safe option. And I've run out of words because I have repeatedly said that Palpalatok has been getting clearances. And that's another one. My vocabulary for that has run out, of course.
A foul throw called by the assistant referee. Or was there another ball on the pitch?
Peña's holding on with the left side of his face.
It's on the follow through. He's been hit. I'd love to see that one again. He's in clear pain.
And it seems that Manila Digger reverted or shifted to a 3-4-3. As we'll take a look at the previous incident.
But now it's going to be difficult to believe whenever Justin Peña goes down. Earlier, he fell down in a heap when he was shoved off the ball. Now he's gone down clutching his face when there was clearly no contact to his face.
So now they shift possession back to the Aguilas.
I think it really was supposed to be to the Aguilas for a throw-in infraction. And that's what was called by the assistant referee. Both feet were inside the playing area when the ball was thrown, I believe.
Well, thank you for clarifying, of course. I'll cut that first. Talaroc's cross was stopped. 2 seasons ago, we were calling a game. Ang tagal ng throw-in, parang ginawang inbound violation na lang eh. Ligay na lang sa kalaban eh. I just had to double check, of course. Thank you, Ching. Palpalatok reaches this, a rare chance for the Aguilas to attack. It's been mainly Digger attacking and attacking. JV Caloocaran hits a home run.
Yeah. It's either that or a field goal. It's the wrong sport altogether. But De Paula, clever from him. He's just gotten that into the perfect spot for JV Caloocaran to have a shot. It's been some time since Aguilas have ventured into that kind of area.
They've been locked in on defense. You don't lose your groove on offense from defending the whole game, or do you?
A little bit. They're tired out there. And they're spending more of their energy or holding more of their energy for this. Making sure they deny the spaces.
Charles Pickering has to wear his defender's hat today from the looks of it. He came in for Isa Diallo. We know Pickering is really a striker. He's been releasing those conversations with Christian Sea-Dog Schaffner. So happens to be on the other team. But Charles said that willingness to just take what's needed. Do you need a defender? Okay. Do you need a fullback? Okay. Those are the positions he's played to add to being a striker.
And we love that as a coach. That you can have a player that you can utilize in multiple positions.
Now De Paula in the middle of the pitch, down on the ground. But they're trying to win this deep, and that's exactly what Talarok does. Has Adamu, but it's lost by Cart. A rare chance for them to get on the attack, but it ends up with your usual Digger chance. That flamed out though. Coombe, will he push or slow it down?
Oh, great tackle from Nishioka.
Usman Guy. Ziggy Taninko. Pass again, stopped by Caloocaran. De Paula clears this to the bleachers.
And this is An interesting sequence to speak about in a little while. Depola was on the ground hoping for the game to be stopped earlier, and he was signaling that he needed treatment. When the ball went to Manila Digger, he gets up right away to get into a defensive position, then goes back down when his team has the ball, hoping for the game to be stopped. And these are the type of things that you don't want to see in a game.
Off we go, Adamu. Just got beaten from behind by Modumani. Tough also here with candidates for man of the match. If it works out for Aguilas, maybe there's Mangawang in the mix.
Peña's going to take a yellow card for the team here. He knew there was going to be space to run into, and he said, no, not on this particular occasion. Now Depola is going to go back down. He's going to slow the game down a little bit here, ask for a bit of treatment. You can understand the frustration of Manila Digger.
"17 wins and 3 draws to go with 0 losses in this season so far for Manila Digger. It's not all about going unbeaten or undefeated. It's about just finishing on top. But in this situation, if Manila Digger falter, want the gig, just need a win in the next game.
Yes.
It's back to Taguig again in the lead in the standings.
And ultimately, Want the Gig still really had their fate in their own hands, right? I mean, because they were going to face each other at the end. If they won all their matches at the end of the season, they would still come head-to-head. And if they won that game, they would still be able to leapfrog Manila Digger. But now, the prospect of overcoming the league leaders is just that little bit easier. Okay, that is a painful one. Depola certainly got clipped there. On the follow-through, after he makes contact with that ball, that is a painful one. And a dangerous one as well. Stud showing. I believe he was in the air.
You assume Depola did that in hopes of getting a clearance desperately?
Oh yes, he was definitely trying to get a clearance.
I believe Babu Carture was trying to rush the physiotherapist of the Aguilas.
Again, you're getting involved in stuff that you don't need to be involved with.
Rattled off. Cleared off again. But it's skied by Babu Carture.
This is where your energies need to be at, right? They need to be pinpoint for moments like this. That's a golden chance. There's nobody near you. You're inside the box. You got a clear-sighted goal. You need to hit the target. Right here. You get a touch. Normally in a position like that, you don't get a touch to steady yourself. You had the time, you had the space. You've got to hit the target there.
7 minutes of stoppage time, as confirmed by our 4th official, and Giap Bongolan is going to enter for Cart Talarok. They mean business because they are inserting a defender for an attacking player.
Cart Talarok has put in a shift, both offensively and defensively. He's done a lot to try to close down that right side of Manila Digger and to keep Ziggy Taninco quiet. Now, Palpalatok is also suffering from a bit of cramps. Bongolan needs to be able to adjust to the tempo of this game very quickly.
You can't afford to lose Palpalatok also in a game with him being one of their main defenders. He is going to re-enter.
Digger need to spend less time arguing with the referee and more time trying to sort this game out, sort themselves out to make sure they're ready for this match. You can't be rushing Iko Mangawang when you just spent 10 seconds arguing with the referee.
Putting your energy, of course, on what matters. Just bouncing off of what you mentioned. But only 3 teams again have been able to bag a draw with Digger in this PFL season. But it's skied though by Cisse. He hasn't been his Superman self as of late. But going back again, Stallion, Aguilas in Cebu, the only teams to back draws versus Manila Digger. So we have a look again at this chance from Cisse.
Aguilas have an opportunity to do something that no other team has done in this 2025-26 season.
Just get a win over Manila Digger. They've been unbeaten.
Kung babalikan lang natin, no, 11 straight wins after drawing against Aguilas back in February. It's been a long time since they've suffered any sort of disappointment. This is a team that is used to winning. They've been on a roll.
There's a reason why they went deep in the AFC Challenge League again and did us all proud. But last January 17 again, that's when the Aguilas backed a draw versus Digger.
Kasama to sa mga kailangan para sa mga league leaders to be able to overcome this type of adversity.
Friendly fire here. Mane's shot hit the leg of Bass. On March 18, though, Digger defeated Aguilas 3-1. Torre, Nishoka, and Guy were their goal scorers. The lone goal scorer for Aguilas was Jibrila. Kalukaran sent that wide. Here's Pongolan. How to get that stop. But it goes to Mangawang again. It's been a superb one from him. But there's still 4 minutes remaining in stoppage time. His teammate even from his preschool days again, Peña there, just outside the box. Gassed or hit hard. This is a free kick, a foul against Ralphie Tabao. Adamu started this game again up front. At this rate, he's going to see things whistle to whistle. We're actually past the 90th minute already.
Juf comes off, Jallo comes in.
Jallo, an attacking player for them.
The second half has not played out the way Manila Digger had hoped. They know there's a lot to make up for after those 2 misses from the penalty spot. But fair play to Aguilas. They've made this into a battle. They've made this into a fight. Manila Digger have not had the capability to drown out the noise and make it into just about football and just make it about their quality against Aguilas' quality. They made it personal. And that's where Aguilas have been able to thrive.
It's become, I'm sorry, yes?
I was gonna say was that kasama to sa lesson, no? When you're a league leader, everybody has an incentive to play their best game against you because they can say that they beat the best in the league. If you're second in the league, it's a different story.
Different again when you're the hunted.
Exactly.
Sekou Cisse's build-up was blocked there. Taninko low. Bass! Kenji! Mangawang was able to escort this out, but it is still with Digger. But with this again, I did not expect this formula. Play to the pace of your opponents. We were expecting just defense all the way from the Aguilas, like their goal is draw. They changed their approach. Sent by Nishoka. Out though for another corner. 40 seconds remaining until we hit the 7th. We're in the final minute already of stoppage time. What a game it has been. Taninko from Manny. Coom just making Ziggy uncomfortable. Nishoka surrounded. And Charles Pickering gets the stop.
It's another corner. Last one of the game, potentially. No! Mick John says it's a goal kick.
Very interesting there. We said it again. With Charles Pickering. He's wearing his defender hat today. Mangawang also gets a warning, but this was the stop from Charles Pickering against Kenji Nishoka.
It's clearly a corner. Came off Charles Pickering last there. And now a free kick to Aguilas. They can milk the clock a little bit longer here. Wow. Aguilas on the verge of something special.
But that is eventually enough. Nepola getting that ball to the further end. Unbeaten no more. Manila Digger. The Aguilas becoming their bogey team. What a game here.
Incredible effort from Aguilas UMAK FC. They made it a battle. They got their noses in front. And they went toe-to-toe with the league leaders. And they've delivered the first defeat to the undefeated Manila Digger, seemingly impenetrable for so long. Aguilas, the team at the bottom of the championship round, have done the unthinkable.
They are showing us they're here for a reason, of course. Quality from them. Richard Tete, the lone goal scorer. Their center back gets a clean sheet. 2 penalty saves from Hiko Mangawang. Well, one save, the other one he forced the miss. Digger unable to put that away. Burning those 2 penalties would have been enough. But it's 1-0 again. One Taguig with an opportunity to retake the lead should they win their next game. We got to see the goal of Tete earlier. Quality ball from Palpalatok. They bounced on that spill also from Asong. We saw the penalty miss and then a second penalty here. It was not on our bingo card.
Well, one thing you won't see in the highlights, it'll be difficult to capture, is the heart, the commitment of every player, the intensity that they brought to this game. They fought for every ball and they poured their hearts out on the field today. Wow, super well-earned victory for Aguilas.
It's a dirty job and the Aguilas will do it. Not just somebody, but everyone. Tete also and the entire team doing everything in their might to protect this 1-0 lead. Plenty of moments where tensions flared, emotions just went through the roof. We've run out of words to describe this game, but it was Manila Digger left frustrated. An unideal time for them, of course, to play their worst game of the season. An unideal time for everyone to have a bad day. But that does it. So we're just gonna wrap up the highlights. A clean sheet for Iko Mangawang, showing us, of course, he's also a solid option here for the Aguilas. To add to Teimoshi Shiraoka. Mind games also in this one. They even inserted Sekou Sise in their bid to get that equalizer at the least. But we have your numbers, of course. 26 for Manila Digger. 16 on target. They were able to just up those numbers, but it wasn't enough. 5 yellow cards given, but that does it from this game again. For this game again. It's 1-0 for the Aguilas over Manila Digger with Richard Tete is your lone goal scorer, and just Clara Manzano alongside Jing Hao Lang. We'll sign off, but we'll take it to our man of the match interview. Jing is with Iko Mangawang.
Iko Mangawang, congratulations, you are man of the match today. You as part of Aguilas have just been able to achieve something that no other team has been able to do this season, and that is to inflict defeat against Manila Digger. How does it feel to be the team to be able to do that?
Feels amazing. I honestly don't know how to describe it. It's a really great feeling.
Iko, as a young man, this was a huge test for you and a huge challenge to be in between the sticks against the league leaders and again, an undefeated side. How did you enter this match and what was going through your mind as you entered this contest?
I think it started earlier already this week. So I kind of had an idea that I am going to play this Saturday. So the whole week I just fully focused on this match.
And what do you think it was that allowed you guys to achieve this result?
I think it's definitely our bond. I think compared to other teams, our bond is really, really good. You know, we're all close, so it's definitely a team effort.
It's not often that a team misses 2 penalties. The second one you saved. What was going through your mind in those moments?
I don't know. Honestly, it was blank. Like, I was just like, I have to save this. Like, that's all I had in my mind, and just so happened. So, yeah, I'm thankful.
You talk about the bond of the team, but there was clearly an incredible intensity and aggression, and you guys made it into a bit of a fight there today. Was that the intention going into this match?
Yeah, definitely. So, of course, we fought together. It was really, really hard, honestly, and I just wanted the game to end. But yeah, we made it, and you know, we move on to the next.
As a team that is currently not in the run for the title, what was the motivation for such a performance?
I guess it's just really representing the team well, and also representing ourselves well, our families well. So I think that's what definitely brought us to a good win.
Well, I think you've made a lot of people proud today with that performance. What is a message that you have for the supporters of Aguilas and those that support you personally?
Just want to say thank you, of course, to everyone, my family, and to my friends, everyone who supports me. I don't think I'll be here today without them, so yeah, just want to say thank you.
Congratulations, Iko, on man of the match, a clean sheet and victory over Manila Digger.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life.
Pass for the goalkeeper, putting himself under pressure. It's the opener. Alike, will he take it? What a goal! Alike! And it's a goal. Bottom left corner. Opportunity for Philippine Army, and it is an equalizer. Fantastic goal. It's free on the right side, looking for the cross. Beto, and it's a goal for Want the Gig. Yoka takes it straight to the goal. First blood drawn. Could easily be pulled back, but here's Aristorenas, no offside. Aristorenas makes it 2.
Mirbach meets that one from Malunsoko. Shoots, and they double the lead.
It's a make it. Gucci! What a hit!
There's an attacking chance, and the Aguilas slip it in.
Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life.
Yeah, thanks so much, Galilee. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Diggers, and next time ulit. Kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mindiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and want to give fans and other things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu. It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To my Mahalika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mindiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawa magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want for us to give them.